Hey guys, it's me Ryan and welcome back to my YouTube channel, and in today's video I'm going to be giving you guys a full 2022 studio update. I've been working on my studio again for the past few weeks. It's not much has changed as in the things in it, but it's definitely changed in terms of layout, and I've also added a few things in here just to finish it off. So I really did want to sit down and give you guys a full tour of what it looks like, because I do really feel like it's complete now and I'm very happy with it. As you guys can see, I even have a new little setup here for YouTube, which I'm very happy with, and I'm really excited to get back to creating content and really getting back into it, because I've been out of this now for a few months, like properly I've been out of it. I uploaded a video a month ago, but I've kind of been dipping in and out and I'm really missing it. I finally feel like I'm ready to come back and to start creating, and I'm really excited for it. Just before we jump into the video, if you are new here, my name is Ryan and I do create fun, educational and sewing content here on YouTube. I also do post a lot on Instagram, so if you guys are new, please be sure to go and follow me over there. That is always linked down below. Also be sure to join my free Facebook community group that is called Support and Promote Your Sewing, and in there you can support and promote your sewing as well as others. It's an ever-growing free community on Facebook and it is super fun, super helpful, and I just love it there, so please be sure to join that. And again, if you guys want to see my space and you just want to see what's in my sewing room, please just keep watching. So as we walk into the studio, the first thing you immediately see to my left is my sewing machine. So as you guys know, I own an industrial Juki DDL 8700 machine. If you've been here for a while, you would have seen that it was in front of this window, but the reason why I've moved it and actually moved my studio around is because I wanted it to feel more like a sewing studio. So it's now in front of the door, so I can keep them open in the summer, and it's also against this wall, so it's actually really nice and I much prefer this position. So I've moved this over here, and my cutting table was there against this wall as you walk right in, but I've since moved over there, but we'll get into that in a minute. So as you walk in to the left of you, as you can see, there I am, and I've placed my mirror there, which is actually quite a nice location because it's perfect for light and photos. And then above the mirror we have my pin boards, which I do want to get another one because they're very handy to put things like designs on or fabric samples and just things I need to keep note on. Underneath there we have my sewing machine. As mentioned, I use a Juki DDL 8700, which I really like. I wouldn't be without this machine now, and it's actually really hard for me to sew on a domestic because I'm so used to this. And then on there I just keep some candles, and there's just bits on the machine like tweezers and a candle lighter and snips, things like that. And then right here we have kind of some storage. I do want to replace these baskets with IKEA drawers because it will be much nicer and give me much more storage. But over here I pretty much keep my haberdashery, like a lot of it. So we have a lot of that's literally just a ton of elastic. It's all hemline. The reason why I've got a lot of this is a local lady that her uncle actually owned a haberdashery store and it shut down over COVID, and I managed to buy most of the stock off her for I think literally a bag of all this was like £2. So it's something I couldn't turn down because it's very much worth the money. So I keep them in there, and then here I just keep some corsetry boning, some oil for my machine, and then some webbing. I then also have some more web in there because it's just easy to stash and it's still on the boards. Then underneath that we have a box just full of zippers. That box there, that Roverton, is literally just full of buttons, and then we have some artwork I want to put up and also patterns. And at the bottom is where I store all of my books, so my pattern making books, my fabric swatch books, anything with fashion and creating is all down there. So as we maneuver around, the back wall, this hasn't changed much. It's still all of my pegboards, which are the Skyless pegboards from IKEA. So let me just give you guys a little overview and then I'll go into more detail. So that's what my pegboards are. So starting from left to right, over here I just have some shelves. Mainly this is like the haberdashery, especially in these three pots. These are the haberdashery I've had since the day I started sewing. So mainly over here I just keep like pattern making things. So there are some buttons and sewing machine needles for my old domestics, but then we do also have some hand sewing needles, we have some staples, and also like a drill and things for pattern making. And then I just keep up here things like sewing machine oil for my domestics and spare tape measures and things like that. Then moving on, this is pretty much all of my pattern cutting and fabric cutting things. So it's just my rotary cutters, my shears and things like that. Then we have my pattern masters and my rulers, which I love. And then over here, as you guys can see, I just keep all of my thread, which I do need to get some more hooks for the thread, which I need to order off eBay, because I currently have none and they're just floating about around my studio. And then over here are just some more baskets with some embroidery threads in the top up there, and then we also have some more zippers in there. Then below we just have some spools of bias binding over there, and then here we just have some various sticky tape and also some embroidery hoops as well. So to the left hand side of my industrial straight stitch machine, I actually keep my brand new overlocker, which this is the overlocker I unboxed in my last video. I didn't go for an industrial simply because of money, and I was also be able to get this at a really good price. So what I've done is I've set up on a old white desk table I had, and as you guys know, it's the Janome 2000D air thread machine, and she just lives here. I absolutely love her. And then we have some pressing supplies here, so I have a sleeve board and also my tailor's clapper there. As you move more towards the right side of my studio, I have my cutting table, which is very solid. It's a steel cutting table from rapidracking.com, but again, this is pretty self-explanatory. I use you know, for pattern cutting and pattern making. I have covered it with some cutting mats because I do prefer to use a rotary cutter. But you know, if I do feel I will get more precision with scissors, I can use them as well. And then of course, you know, this is the cleanest you're probably going to get my studio. There's just various things on top. So my tapes, I have pins, that's some patterns I've been doing now, that's a toile I've been working on, sketchbooks for uni and things like that. So that is just, you know, self-explanatory, my cutting table. And then underneath my cutting table, it's a very big mess right now. I am trying to look for some plastic boxes rather than these fabric boxes, but I pretty much just keep a lot of fabric. There's so much under there. I will sort it out one day and go through it. That will be a video, but right now I just don't have the time. There's even some more under there as well, which I've upcycled from an old sofa. But yeah, I pretty much just stash all my fabric over there and under my cutting table. So as we move over towards the right side of the studio, we have my rail that my dad put up on the back wall, which is actually an old photography backdrop like stand, which I just use the rail from the top on. So on there I keep all my blocks, so they're all my blocks for patterns. They're blocks fitted to my mannequins, but also personal blocks. Both men and women's are back there. I also keep some hangers, and which are from Denelm, by the way, and I also keep some more pattern making rulers up the top. So then onto my mannequins, which I love and I literally couldn't do without. I haven't named them yet, but this is my female mannequin, she's a size 10, and my male mannequin, which is a size 38 chest. These are from Atelier Stand. I didn't get Kennett and Linsell full size mannequins only because they're so expensive, but honestly I've used them in university, and these Atelier Stand ones are much better quality, and they're very, very nice to work with. They're proper, you know, tailor's forms. They are on the market with Kennett and Linsell, which is standard in the industry. But yeah, these are much, you know, they're not that much cheaper, but they are cheaper and they're very good quality. And their shop is on Etsy, so I will link that below. But yeah, that's where my mannequins live, and they're very happy there. So, and it's also a nice place for me to keep them because I kind of have a system going on in here. So as we move more towards the right side of my studio, this is my pressing station. So if you guys have been here for a while, you would have noticed that my pressing stuff was actually on the back wall and the cutting table was over here. But the reason I've moved it is because, one, because of the steam work, I wanted it to be by the window for ventilation, and also I just feel better with this system. I don't feel like, before I felt cramped, whereas right now I feel everything's open and it's just really nice. So this ironing board is from Argos, has a thick base which is really good for pressing. On the end I have my tailor's ham, which is very useful, and then of course my industrial iron, which I absolutely love. I believe it's a Battistella. Yes, my iron is a Battistella Diana. I absolutely love it. It's an industrial steam iron, although I don't use the steam as often now because I am trying to up my pressing game. I do mainly just use like a spray bottle, which isn't in here for some reason, and I'll just use the heat off the iron to really press and shape the garment. But it's a really good iron. It's a nice weight, it's not too heavy. But yeah, that's my iron. You guys, if you are looking for an industrial iron, I do recommend this one. It was about £180 on Amazon, I believe. But yeah, I absolutely love it, and she just lives there. And then here I just keep my tripod for YouTube and things. I am very, very happy with it in here, and it's just amazing to have this space. I feel so lucky and so blessed. And then if you guys haven't noticed, if you guys see my studio a few months ago, I've actually added this roller blind recently. One for privacy, and two, I feel like it just finishes the studio off. And I've also added these net curtains in front of the window, which look so beautiful when they're all down. It looks so just like ethereal, I think that's the word, and just so nice and warm. And it also just diffuses the light, which is very good for pictures and video. But yeah, those are the two latest additions to the studio, and I really do feel like they complete it a lot. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed. I just wanted to jump on and give you guys a quick studio update. As you guys can see, it's changed a lot, but I am 100% happy with how it is now. I just feel like everything flows and everything works, and I do feel really inspired in here now. I do feel like the setup and the layout of your studio has a lot to do with that, especially if you're someone that loves interior like me and loves to be tidy and clean. My studio isn't, you know, it's clean right now, but it's literally clean for the video. Normally it does not look like this. But yeah, so I'm very happy I was able to share this update with you guys. Please let me know down below what you think, and if you guys have your own sewing space, please tell me all about it, or even tag me in your photos on Instagram. You guys can also follow me on Instagram, that is just Ryan Ricks UK, that is down below. And also please feel free to join my free Facebook community group that is called Support and Promote Your Sewing, and in there we do exactly what it says. We all support and promote each other's sewing and work, which I absolutely love, and it's such a fun and friendly community that's ever growing. So please be sure to join that as well. And whilst you're here, if you're not already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. We are on our way to 2,000 subscribers, which I'm so grateful for and just so happy with. And please be sure to give this video a thumbs up as well. And again, let me know down below what you think. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.